Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about an interesting and real topic. As you guys know, I do read the comments. There's a overwhelming amount of comments coming in, and I just thank you guys for voicing your opinions, your questions. I see everything that you guys are posting. So, somebody posted in the comments a couple of days ago. They said everybody that are speaking on kingdom marriage, no one is really addressing on how to cope with the situation, and I'm guessing they are talking about the entire process, even with the counterfeits. So their question was, how do you cope with your kingdom spouse being a thought? And so that's a very realistic question. Um, I'm gonna give you my spin, my perspective on it. Any of the other prophets and people that talk on kingdom marriage that may be following me, if you guys can please hop on this topic as well, because you may very well have a different spin on it from what I have on it. Um, my answer to that question, how do you cope with your kingdom spouse being a thought? Number one, I'm sure every all of you guys know Tony Gaskins. He's like the king out here on this on social media or in these YouTube streets when it comes to talking about relationships. A lot of men they aren't talking about relationships from a kingdom perspective. And so he talks about the 3 B's, which is brains, body, and brand. Brains, body, and brand. So to sum it up, from that question, to me, it sounds like there is potentially, I could be wrong, but there's potentially a lot of focus on the fact that the kingdom spouse is engaging with the counterfeit. My thing is, if you are currently separated from your spouse, number one, you have to get whatever God has told you to do, you should be working on those things right now. But even before that, you want to make sure, and like I said, I'm going to keep saying this, you want to make sure that God has told you that this is your kingdom spouse. You want to make sure that this is your kingdom spouse, because a lot of people, God has not even told you that this person that you're standing or believing for is your kingdom spouse. A lot of people, they are they've been with somebody that they really care about, and they have decided that this is who they really want to be with. But did God tell you that this is your kingdom spouse? So that's really number 1. Number 2, after God has given you confirmation, because even still to this day, God has given me confirmations about my kingdom spouse. He gave me one this morning, and I'm probably going to release a video even on that. But once God has given you confirmations, He's still giving you confirmations. You should be working on whatever God has told you to do, because if you're not, that is holding up everything. There's a reason that God is telling you to work on certain things. So, this is a time for you to get your money up. If you want to open up a business, if you want to work on your health, if you want to work on your spiritual relationship with God, which really should be the first one on that list, working on your relationship with God. Like I said, getting your money up, working on your health, anything that you have wanted to do in life, now is the time for you guys to be doing those things. Because when you come together with your kingdom spouse, you guys are not going to have a lot of time to do this stuff because you're going to be focusing on the marriage. Many of you guys are going to be having kids. You're going to be diving into ministry. Life is probably going to be extremely busy. So, this is the time for you really to get on your grind, do whatever you want to do, get your credit together, get your finances in order, get your money stacked in a bank. Whatever you want to do and whatever God has told you to do, as long as it's productive to your life and to your future, you should be working on those things. So, for instance, not long after I separated from my kingdom spouse, God had me to start working on a book. And so I had told somebody, I said, I understand this now. Had we been together, this book would not have been out. I wouldn't have ever released a book because I was too caught up in having fun with him, traveling with him, spending time with him, on top of running my business and doing all these other things. But yeah, now is the time. So, like I said, I wrote a book not long. Actually, when we were coming to our separation period, I had started writing a book. Now I'm like on my third or fourth book. I travel all over where I'm able to promote my book to people and make money. I'm speaking and encouraging people all over the world when I go and travel with my book. That's all a part of God's plan. It's all the whole thing came from God. Anytime I even talk about that to people when I'm traveling, I never take any credit for that because I know it came from God. So I say that to say there are things that you guys should be working on. When I say stand and believe, this means that you're consistently praying for your spouse, you're fasting, you're keeping a positive mindset. Get after you've done all of that, if you're doing all of that, leave the rest to God. Leave the rest to God. Start if you want to start a YouTube ministry, that's another thing God had been highlighting for me to do, to get on YouTube. Had I not did that, I wouldn't be doing this video right now. So like I said, all of this, the separation is bigger than what you guys understand. The kingdom marriage is bigger than what you guys understand. This is the time for you to do any and everything that you want to do as a single person, as long as it's the kingdom way. Let me just throw that in there. As long as it's God's way and the kingdom way, this is a time for you to dive in and really become your best self. Really glorify God, because again, when you come together with your kingdom spouse, you're going to be doing it on another level. So we have to take the focus off the kingdom spouse and the counterfeit, the fact that, you know, your spouse is out here sleeping with all these different people. If that's what they're doing, what does it benefit you to keep thinking about negative things? Because to be honest with you, that's what the enemy wants you to do. He'll plant these negative thoughts in your mind so you can't focus on what God has told you to do, where God is trying to get you. So we got to take the focus off the negativity. Now, granted, I know we're going to have moments. Like I told you, I am walking this walk with you guys. I am trying to be as real and as transparent as I can be with you guys. So when somebody says nobody is addressing how to cope with this, when people are saying, "Oh, people are just using God's name and doing these kingdom videos for clicks." What is a click at the end of the day? I don't get paid from YouTube. I am doing this because God told me to do this. Like I said, I had so much on my plate, but this is what God wanted me to do. So this is me being obedient according to the plan that God has for my life. But again, we all have days. We all have days. So I'm going to share another story with you guys. I want to say just maybe last week. I don't even think it was a full 7 days. And maybe the enemy just planted a thought in my mind, and he had me to think about how my spouse, he's with counterfeits. Now, granted, I have not talked to my spouse. I haven't had any contact with my spouse. We are in complete separation. But the enemy, I would want to say, put the thought there. Like I said, we're all walking this walk together. The fact that my spouse is with counterfeits, entertaining counterfeits, and I just told God, you know what, God, I don't like that I feel like I can get over a lot of things, but I really don't like that my kingdom spouse is sleeping and engaging other women. They're sleeping with women, they're kissing other women. I was never the type of woman to date a man that was dealing with multiple women on a sexual level or anything like that, because it totally disgusts me. So this is what I told God. I do not like the fact that my kingdom spouse is sleeping with other women and kissing other women. God's response was, well, daughter, like, you know that they're a prodigal, so this is what prodigals do. I need you to keep doing what you know that you're supposed to be doing when it comes to yourself, your future, what I've told you to do, as well as covering your spouse. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing for you guys. This is all that I can give you. I am giving you guys all of me. There's many people that will get on YouTube, that will even get on social media. They will pretend to have all the answers. They will pretend that they have it all together. And meanwhile, they're going through hell behind the scenes. I've been very transparent with you guys. So again, if there are any other kingdom um YouTubers or prophets or anything like that that follow my channel and you guys hear this video, please jump on this topic, because again, you guys may have another spin on this. But at the end of the day, guys, this is all that I can give you. You have to get your mind off the negativity. And like I said, not every day is going to be perfect. You're going to have those days. But when you have those days, have a scripture ready, because the enemy is going to try to attack your mind. He's going to try to attack your mind. And like I said, I just talked to God about it. And then I was fine after that. I'm not about to just keep focusing on the negative, because at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit anything. It's not going to benefit you. You got to get on your business at this point. God has a work for you to do. So right now, you know that you're not with your kingdom spouse. Whatever you want to do, if you decide, you know what, this is going to be a season where I work overtime because I want a house, I want a condo, I want to I want to go on a vacation. Whatever your goals are, this is the time that you guys should be pushing, because you don't, I don't know everybody's personal situation, but the fact of the matter is you're not married. And when you get married, like I said, a lot of that is going to change. You're not going to have the time that you used to have. So this is the best that I can give you guys. I can only tell you, continue to hang in there, continue to go before the Lord when these thoughts try to creep up. Another thing that I do, I listen to spiritual instrumental music, and I just start reading the Bible when I'm feeling some type of way. If it's about my kingdom spouse, if it's about something else, you have to be able to fight back when the enemy is trying to attack you. And I wasn't always there. I still have my days, like I said. But the enemy, he's going to, when he knows the call that you have on your life, he's going to continue to try to come after you guys. I know he tries to come after me because he doesn't like the fact that I've written books to encourage children. He doesn't like the fact that I'm doing YouTube to try to encourage you guys, but he can stay mad because at the end of the day, he's not going to win. So that's how I need you guys to get. You got to fight against Satan, because he's going to try to attack you in the mind. If he can continuously attack you in the mind, he knows that he has you. He knows that he has you. So, guys, hang in there and get on your grind, whatever that looks like business, finance, health, and wellness, whatever that looks like. So, if you are asking, how do you cope with your kingdom spouse being a thought? Number one, God, being productive and busy. God, being productive and busy. That is how I cope. It's time to grind. This is your girl, Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.